Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Prime Sports World. And we got a very special show planned for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady. We're going to be talking about the drama in Green Bay again. And then we're going to talk about early free agency returns. I'm David Huffman, right there, CEO of Prime Sports, Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins, rocking that is that a brand new Bears hat? That looks sharp as hell. Love to see it. Love to hear it. If you're looking for consistent content on Facebook and YouTube now, Prime Sports World is a pretty good place to be. Go live 4 or 5 times a week, bringing the most up-to-date content. Also want to thank our friends over there at Rouge Bear for sponsoring us here at Prime Sports World. Let your presence be felt. Go ahead and check out their spring collection. I'll drop the link to their website on our Facebook page, along with that NFL Supreme Facebook page as well. And let's get into it right away with Mr. Thomas Edward Brady Jr. Is
Thomas Edward Patrick.
40 days after retiring on Super Bowl Sunday, he has decided he's going to come back. He decided Selection Sunday was the best day for him to make that decision. 6 weeks after retiring, the GOAT is back. Tom Brady, an Instagram post via claiming he has unfinished business to take care of, and he will be back with the team. What do we make of Mr. Thomas Edward Brady Jr. returning after 6 weeks of being retired? What's the thoughts?
It's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. You forgot his name.
Thank you.
But again, what I thought of it is this is his ability, this is his chance to change or control the narrative, right? I don't think that initially I don't think he wanted to retire. I legit think he was 100% mulling it over and was going to come back, but when the leak happened of him, quote unquote, retiring, he kind of had to. Okay, yeah, I'm retiring. Since I can't say it myself, since y'all already know the cat's out the bag, might as well just go ahead and confirm it. Now this is him saying, all right, no, I'm coming in, I'm controlling this narrative. I'm going to say when it's over, not Adam Schefter, not somebody else, because he told this to like 3 people. He told that he was coming back to play to like 3 people: Bruce Arians, Jason Light, and somebody else. That way, if it gets leaked again that he's coming back before he says something, all right, I told 3 people, which one of you talked? I know somebody talked. Which one of you talked? So what I make of it is they and their odd jump. I think they were like, I think Tampa Bay was like picked to finish like one of the bottom teams in the NFC. Now they're like second favorite to win it, not the championship, second favorite to win the NFC, which means they're the second favorite to get back to a Super Bowl because of that guy. That guy right there.
I think maybe like all joking aside, like he must have probably spent 40 days with his kids. And like, man, like kind of rough. I'm gonna go back and play.
He's like, man, I'm tired of my wife. Just leave me alone with the kids.
40 days. I'm gonna go back and play the next football league.
Hey, she's been working on that hip throw. She's been doing some budo or judo over there. She looked like she could kick Tom's butt a little bit over there. You know what? I saw something about LeBron James and him texting back and like some type of texting back and forth, where he's like, I saw LeBron's score 50, and I was like, oh, I gotta come back now. LeBron kind of motivated him. Whatever it was, we kind of all knew that. excuse me, that Brady wasn't gonna go away that easy. I know damn well TJ felt that. Definitely at the end of last season.
I thought that was it. I thought that
that was it. Because I could have sworn you were more or less on the side of the fence says he's not going to go away easy.
I thought he was coming back. I never thought he was going to go out like this.
I thought he was it. I thought it was it because I'm just, all right, you lost. Like, you lost to the fastest gun. I mean, shit, it happens. How many times in your big matchups have you been the fastest gun? It happens.
I mean, on top of that, what does Tom Brady have left? Unfinished business? What could this unfinished business be? He holds literally every record.
The unfinished business is that they lost to the what? They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Super Bowl champions.
What does he want? That Peyton Manning narrative when he goes out, John Elway narrative.
He wants he wants to go. He wants to go back and he wants to beat the Rams. That's what he wants to do.
And we all know if the Rams, no, if the Buccaneers get that ball back, bless you, bless you again.
Bless you.
If the Buccaneers get that ball back, they was gonna win that game.
I think so. I mean,
If the
Yeah.
Buccaneers get the way that the last like 6 7 minutes of the game swayed and their momentum, yeah, if they got that last stop that they needed, yeah, they was gonna win that game.
so the reaction to Tom Brady coming back is crazy. Like Mike Evans, the New York Jets, guess not, Jalen Ramsey. By the way, it's funny. So, by the way, that guy who paid $500,000 for that last football of like the last touchdown that Tom Brady ever threw, man, he's got to be kicking himself right now. Also, but if you have $500,000 to spend on a football, probably not that worried about money. Just saying,
I'm not. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going that far. That's $518,000 that you're not going to get back. That you can't get back because their ball has zero value now. Zero. The ball's worth nothing now. It's absolutely. It's absolutely worthless. Like
actually, they could probably turn it into the would be last touchdown Tom Brady ball and put it in the hall type of thing.
Stop trying to salvage it. There's nothing that guy can do.
That guy's screwed. Let's just be real.
He can't even get 10% of what he spent back for that ball. It's useless. That's it. Right? So he may not be worried about money, but $500,000 is $500,000. I don't care who you are.
It's a lot of money. True. So what does this do for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster? So they already made a decision to franchise tag Chris Godwin, who's probably not going to play very much this season. Alex Kappa's gone. They re-signed Ryan Jensen. But this is like we talked about this kind of like before he even retired. Like this is not a team like a Buccaneers team that has a lot of money to spend. Like they're pretty cap strung right now. So what does this mean for the Buccaneers? Like what are they going to do to try to make this roster work? Because they're lost one of their other guards retired. Like they already lost 2 offensive linemen from their offensive line. What do they do here?
What you mean? Back to the drawing board. You knew this was gonna happen. You knew that the odds of retention were way less than it was coming off the year that you won the Super Bowl. All right, Shannon Sharp said it. It's easy to convince everybody to come back when you just won. You brought everybody back. Season ain't go the way you wanted to. AB lost his mind. Godwin got hurt. Gronk was in and out. Running back, you had a revolving door at running back. Shaq Barrett had a down year. JPP wasn't getting, none of the pass rushers was getting home like they used to. Secondary was still getting torched, so that thing continued. Not to mention you had secondary members in and out. You thought Richard Sherman was going to help. He played 3 snaps.
He got hurt
and then got hurt immediately. And then I was like, yeah, so you expected people to leave. Ali Marpet's the only one to retire so far.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Kappa signed somewhere else. He's still afraid. Robert Gronkowski could still retire. I doubt that now. Running backs, Lombardi Lenny, Ronald Jones are both free agents. On the defensive side of the ball, I mean, Jason Pierre-Paul, Dominican Sue, Carlton Davis, Jordan Whitehead, all free agents. I have not seen if those guys have re-signed somewhere else. The article I'm looking at right now.
I thought I saw something with Carlton Davis.
I think Carlton Davis re-signed.
Yeah, I thought I saw he was coming back.
And they just traded for Shaq Mason, so there's a right guard right there. Boom.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do some wonders. They're gonna have to do some wonders in the draft. They're also gonna have to,
they
see if
Russell Gage. They lost Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah, they're gonna have to see if some veterans are out there willing to take some friendly deals in order to sign some of these guys. That's a couple ways. But they definitely got the work cut out for them to restructure that whole roster in terms of where the holes are. But I think they can get it done. I think when you look at Tampa, you got Tom Brady coming back. You got Mike Evans there. I'm not sure. Leonard Fournette, I don't know if he's coming back or not. But I mean, you still got some pieces there that
they got the
contend for a championship.
Sean Vaughn was decent.
Yeah. And they got Joe Tryon if they feel like some of those
Shit.
edge rushers want to leave.
He's
So
a
hey,
freak, man. That kid's a freak athlete, man. For real. And he replaces because I believe JPP's retired, if I'm not mistaken.
ain't no,
So
ain't nobody. JPP ain't said nothing.
he
Like
ain't say nothing.
ain't no news of him retiring, like signing elsewhere or being re-signed. Like there's no, like we haven't heard anything.
Yeah. And we
Okay,
also haven't heard about anything from other free agents as well. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that situation. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the NFL is just better when Tom Brady continues playing it. Like one more, like what Tampa Bay did not have. It's clear Tampa Bay didn't have a plan B. Like what they weren't gonna. They didn't know what they were gonna do at quarterback. What do you think this does with their draft prospects? I mean, obviously they're not taking a quarterback in the first round. If they were even going to anyways, where do you think they go with the draft?
Plan B. Find like you gotta do something. You gotta find the plan B. Like you have to find a plan B. This draft, next draft, preferably this one. Like even if you go quarterback in this draft and you sit that kid for a year, at least going into next year, I got a plan in the wings, and if it don't work, I can go quarterback again. I can pit these two some bitches in training camp against each other, and I can see what I got. Right?
So yeah,
no,
they got the 27th overall pick. I mean, with the way the rest of the stuff is kind of fleshed out when it comes to the NFL quarterbacks, like the teams are going to need a quarterback. It's possible that like a Matt Corral could fall to them at 27. You've got to assume that Pittsburgh's not going to take a quarterback in the first round, and the
nope.
Jimmy G scenario is still kind of up in the air with Deshaun Watson. Also, maybe the Saints don't take a quarterback either in the first round. Maybe the Seattle's probably for sure going to take one, but like Washington's, they got Carson Wentz. I don't think they're going to take a quarterback. So it's potential that some of these top quarterback prospects could fall to them at 27. It could be like without them having to trade up even.
Yeah, it's starting to shape itself. Well,
That's a possibly. That
also with them trading up, it's all right. You want that? How far up are you trying to trade up? And what else
Well, I think
besides
17 was if I was going to try to trade up and
that's
get a
10
quarterback.
slots?
17 is where I'd like to go to. I jump the Saints and I jump Pittsburgh.
I'm like not saying it's impossible, but that's 10 slots, and that's okay. You're gonna. I know you want this pick, so what else is it gonna cost you besides a pick swap, a first round
but
pick
I mean,
swap? What else are
wouldn't
you?
knowing that Tom Brady, the forecast that Tom Brady this might be his last year, wouldn't you want to get some guys that are ready to compete right now instead of going after a QB in the first round with your first round pick, well, knowing that the next year's draft is going to be an even deeper quarterback class, more talented quarterback class?
Yeah, but if you have Tom Brady on your team, you're not going to be picking high enough to get
You're
any of those guys.
Yeah,
Like
no, but I mean, it's going to be a deep enough class where he's
without
going to
having to
get a
trade. Like
quality
I mean, I
guy
don't,
late in the
I don't know.
first round.
I mean, you could get somebody later, like in the second or third round. I mean, Sam Howell could follow them at 60, and they could potentially take him there. Or
Yeah, what I'm saying is
maybe they're really high on the kid from Florida. Maybe he
next
could go
year's
be the heir
draft
apparent.
class is going to be a lot. Next year's draft class is going to be a lot deeper. So they can get a quality quarterback, or they can move up in the first round if they want to and get a quality guy in next year's draft. Wouldn't they want to get somebody right now that's going to be able to, contribute to the team right now, knowing that this may be Tom Brady's last season there? I don't think they go quarterback,
I don't.
first round. So that's just my opinion, though.
So yeah, congratulations, Tom Brady, back in the league. 40 days after retiring, he is back. Let's move on to the second story. We got more drama in Green Bay. Devontae Adams has informed the Green Bay Packers that he will not play under the franchise tag in 2022. The Adams and the Green Bay Packers have until July 15th to reach a new deal. The latest offer from Green Bay was the $23 million per year, which would be the highest contract ever offered to a wide receiver. Apparently, Devontae Adams turned that down. Some language about past money and old money. So what do the Packers do with this situation?
And that number's probably changed because what's his name? Preston Smith got a deal and Devondre Campbell got a deal.
Yeah.
So that number's
3
probably
years, $30 million, or 5 years, $50 million, I think, for Devondre Campbell. And
if he would have took the franchise tag, he would have got
You'd be getting paid $19 million.
Yeah, 19 million. Yeah, he would be getting paid less than what Christian Kirk is probably getting right now in
He would be.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, then
Christian
Jacksonville,
Kirk,
right?
at the time of this recording, Christian Kirk is the third highest paid receiver in the National Football League right
So
now.
definitely
Third.
he's trying. That's where Devontae Adams is going to try and be the highest, but and rightfully so. He's the best wide receiver in the league. I mean, you can argue Cooper Kupp is right there with him, but he's the most complete wide receiver in my opinion. And yeah, they're gonna have to do something. I don't know much they can do. We may see a scenario where he may have played his last game as a Packer when he played the 49ers in the playoffs. We might have to trade him and get something for him.
Well,
Type of deal.
here is
So
and that's real. That's real deal, Holyfield.
yeah,
Again, we here at the Prime play. Hey, first man on the roster to the last man on the roster. Get your money. Get paid, young man. Get paid. Because you ain't gonna play this game forever. You're one injury away from being done. See Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen was in line for a payday, another payday actually, and then tears his ACL, can't pass the physical. Now he ain't got a job. Right? You're one injury away. You're one hit away. And you want to be secure. And if I'm Devontae Adams, absolutely, I ain't signing no franchise tag
no, hell no.
that gives Christian Kirk, who ain't even have 1,000 yards receiving last year, more money than me. You out your damn mind.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And I know Devontae Adams is looking at the landscape like, well, even like isn't DeAndre Hopkins? I believe he's getting 27 mil a year.
Yeah,
if
but
I'm not mistaken.
because of the way
the contract was. Yeah.
Yes. So it technically when if Adams were to sign this new deal, it would be the most money on the highest contract ever, but it wouldn't be the most money per year.
Right, exactly. So I think Devontae Adams is looking at it like, well, maybe I should be getting 28 mil a year, which is high as heck. But I mean, he does have a point. DeAndre Hopkins was just hurt all last year. I produced last year. He's getting 27 mil. So this is a real crazy situation here for Green Bay. They got the work, and I heard the negotiations weren't good at all. Like they're going nowhere with this.
Well, they got till July 15th, and I mean, this is kind of the problem you have when you give a bunch of money to Aaron Rodgers, and all of a sudden,
150.
like Devontae Adams is like, hey, like why can't I get my money? Like this guy is a headache all the time, and yet you pay him. But I've been quiet, I've been respectful, I've gone about my business the right way, and you still won't give me the guaranteed money that I'm deserving. You still won't give it to me. Like, what does he have to do? What does Devontae Adams need to do to prove that he's worth the money that they're worth the money? It doesn't make any sense.
I think they'll get the deal done though. I think they'll do something.
I don't think they will.
I think they'll do something, but he may. I'm 50-50 on it, but he may have played his last days in Green Bay because he may be gone. So this is a real crazy situation.
I mean, we all hear the talk of how people say Devontae Adams is who he is because he plays with Aaron Rodgers. And again, this is the age of social media. These players hear what is said about them. Oh, so you think I'm only good because I play with Aaron Rodgers? Okay, take me away and give Aaron Rodgers give him Amari Rodgers, give him MVS, because as of right now, I'm just hypothetically
give him Christian Kirk.
Let's see how good they get. Take me out. Take away my 100 catches, my 1,100 yards, and my how many touchdowns did he have last year? 17, 18 touchdowns. Take me out of that. Take me out of that equation.
Some along those lines.
Not to mention, I mean, this is the guy. I mean, he's 29 years old. By the time the season starts and next year he's 30. This could represent his last payday. And imagine if he were to get hurt a wide receiver who's 30 years old. You think he's going to be getting $27 million in his next contract if he gets hurt? No. No matter how good he is. Real quick, his stats from last season, he had 11 touchdowns, 18 the season before. 1,500
So
yards, 123 catches, 11 touchdowns last season, and
yeah.
no fumbles lost.
So
Who?
like if I'm the Packer, if I'm Devontae Adams, and the Packer brass don't want to pay me, all right. Have a, like you got that much faith in Tanyan and MVS and Alan Lazard? All right, go ahead, bro. Like go out there with that. And, and, and if you saw Aaron Rodgers acting an ass before, whoo,
But yeah, imagine if they can't come to an agreement with Aaron Rodgers. Like, imagine.
Well,
Oh no.
when I also look at some of these contenders, and I look at like the landscape as well, who can really afford a Devontae Adams that's going to be a championship contender
I
next
mean, the
season?
Raiders. I mean, you had the Raiders.
No, they're not a championship contender, not like Green Bay is. Yeah, you got to go
but
deep sea diving for that because a lot of the
I mean,
top teams they're tied
I
up
don't.
with their
I mean,
money.
obviously, you have to be a team that has the cap space to eat $23 million, and I don't have those numbers in front of me. I mean, if he goes to New Orleans, maybe. I don't think they have the quarterback for that. Anyway.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
exactly what I'm saying. So it's just you got one's got to give. I think eventually
give hey
he'll look.
Izzy. David brought up the Raiders. Give Derek Carr Devontae Adams. It's gonna be hell to pay.
I think there's got to be some type, David. There's got to be some type of target number. Anytime that you sit at a table, you negotiate with anybody.
Yeah,
There's the
and
target number for
he got
anybody
it.
I
between
mean,
two
the
parties,
target
and
number
there's
is
definitely a
make me the
target
highest
number.
paid receiver in the National Football. Give me $28
That's
million a year.
that's
I'll sign
the
whatever the
target
contract
number.
is.
He wants
28 million.
$28 million a year. You gotta if you offered him 23, then you gotta find a way. Then you had a way to give him 23, right? So you have to find a way somehow around the roster to free up $5 more million. And I think the Green Bay Packers will find value in well they should have value already in Devontae Adams enough to find a way to free up $5 more million to give this man.
We
So
will see. We will see how this pans out. We will continue to follow this story as it continues to unfold. Stay with Prime Sports World. We'll bring you updates on the Devontae Adams situation. So free agency started. We're already a couple days into free agency. We have some early winners, some early losers, favorite signings so far, and least favorite signings so far. Let's talk about some early winners. Let's stay on the positive side of this. Who do you guys have as your early winners when it comes to free agency so far?
As a whole team,
As a team, yeah.
the Jets, because they just making moves. You get it. You get it.
I guess.
No, you are. Like, hey, Dave, you can poo-poo it all you want, right? Bringing in a Super Bowl quality tight end and CJ Uzomah, who's probably looking to add his name into the tight end conversation. Probably like he's trying to do that. Keep Braxton Berrios. Do not sleep on him. Kid's a ball.
He's a good player. I'm not sleeping on him. He's a good player.
Kid's a ball. Who else did they get? I
Lincoln
sent that
Tomlinson,
picture to
DJ Reed, safety out of Seattle. They also signed Jordan Whitehead. I mean, Braxton Berrios is a good
Tevin Coleman. And they signed Tevin Coleman.
I mean, they already had Tevin Coleman. The guy can't stay healthy to save his life. So,
bring him back.
But he's talented though.
Okay, you said
he is talented. I actually go to the gym with his dad at the LA Fitness in Tinley Park. His dad goes to that gym.
So he can't stay healthy. Why re-sign him?
I mean, he's still a valuable running back. I mean, when he does stay healthy, I mean, he's valuable. And I'm sure they didn't sign him to a lot of money. So, what's the dice roll here?
I mean,
I got a better one. Chargers. Trading for Khalil Mack.
Yes.
Stealing J.C. Jackson away from the Patriots. Re-signing Mike Williams.
Yep.
I'm not
saying Chargers are a big winner. I just love what they did. I love how they handled this.
Obviously, they're winners. But again, when Izzy shared the pick of Derwin James, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack in the group chat, I'm like, it's a hit if they stay healthy.
And I love Jason Jackson.
That's a hit, bro. That's a hit, brother.
I mean, they also have to stay healthy. They have to stay healthy. Khalil Mack has proved he can't stay healthy. Joey Bosa has proved he can't stay healthy. Derwin James has proved. None of those guys have proved they can stay healthy for an entire season.
What good is having those guys if two out of the three of them are on the sideline? What good is that? So you can call.
I'm actually since David took my winner for the day. I'm actually gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals and adding Alex Kappa and Ted Karras. Just already automatically improving your offensive line, Cincinnati, because your offensive line just flat out stunk last season, even though you guys made it to the Super Bowl. But you are automatically improve your offensive line. I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals, and then also I'm gonna throw another winner in there. The Miami Dolphins did a lot. Added Cedric Wilson
Oh,
was a key one. Chase Edmonds as well.
yep.
Re-signing Emmanuel Ugba, that was another big one. Getting Teddy Bridgewater to back
Bringing
up
Mike on the
Tua.
franchise tag, signing Connor Williams away from the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, yeah. The Miami
Disrespecting.
Dolphins definitely were a winner today as well. So
I got another one. This one is a player. I know I've been poo-pooing it all the whole show, but Christian Kirk is a huge winner. You go from being like a so-so receiver in the National Football League to being the third highest paid receiver in the National Football League basically overnight. That's a good win for Christian Kirk. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, leave.
man, I swear he got paid.
I don't know what he wants to say during that Jaguar
Oh
meeting, but like
well, if that's the case, then the Jags are. I guess you could say the Jags are winners and losers because you
they're for
pay
sure losers. But we'll get to
you
losers in a
pay
minute. But
like. I mean, like I like the Brandon Scherf signing. Like I
I do
like
like that
that.
too.
That's a nice signing. I like that signing. But paying $30 million for Christian Kirk when he can't even get you 1,000 yards with DeAndre Hopkins on the other side, seeing double teams,
I mean,
and then
and they gave Zay Jones like
they
eight
pay Zay Jones,
$8 million a year.
and I'm like, and
You know,
yeah, I mean, like it's the Jags. I mean, like Jags fans can be happy about it because the way they see it, right? Christian Kirk can play slot and outside. Laviska Shenault, since we got him, has struggled with playing on the outside, so he gets to slide back into his natural slot spot and go up against the third corner, everybody else the third corner. So you got Kirk, Zay Jones, and whoever else and Chanel and whoever else calls themselves a
I think they
receiver.
got DJ Shark. Like they have some
No,
decent receiver. They have some
Chark
decent weapons.
Chark signed in Detroit.
Oh, okay. I got two other winners. This one's kind of a minor winner. I got the Baltimore Ravens. They're able to sign the best defensive player available in the free agency period to a position like they were already kind of a strength when it comes to the secondary. To add Marcus Williams to this, I like it. I like it a lot actually. Baltimore. Marcus Williams should be an immediate upgrade over their two guys they got over there at safety. And the secondary continues to get better. You can need to reload.
I'm
And
gonna
then I
call
got
it.
Denver stealing
Yeah, Denver.
Randy Gregory away from the Dallas Cowboys, and trading for Russell Wilson. I mean that's still part of this process. It's still a huge victory. Randy Gregory and Russell Wilson, and DJ Jones too, signing him as well. Pretty good haul for agency so far for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the Steelers the winner if they somehow sign Tyrann Mathieu. Like, can you
Well,
imagine that secondary? Minka Fitzpatrick, and they signed Levi Wallace. So imagine Levi Wallace, Minka Fitzpatrick, and the Honey Badger. And if they re-sign Joe Hayden,
yeah, it's nice, pretty nice.
whoo, that's tough. But they
So, but
signed.
not everybody can be a winner. Do you guys have any other winners?
No,
Okay, so not everybody obviously can win when it comes to free agency so far. Let's talk about some losers for free agency.
the Jags. I already said it. Like
Yeah,
you're paying a bunch of money to hopeful guys. Like I hope Christian Kirk can take the next step. I hope Zay Jones can elevate his play. Right? I hope Brandon Scherf can stay healthy for the duration of this deal. Not saying Scherf has a history of being injured because I really don't know. But he's also let me see how old he is real quick. He is 30 years old. So you already know once any NFL player at any position, the minute they, especially old linemen, the minute they turn 30, they start to look at you like, all right, clock's ticking.
I
Like the
mean, also
30.
if Evan Ingram can remember how to catch the football, that's a pretty good signing there for tight end. But
Like
he's still talented.
I hope Evan Ingram can catch the ball consistently. You know, like that's what the Jags are paying in free agency, and I just gotta ask the Jags, like, what have these guys done for to warrant this money? Again, Christian Kirk was in a loaded offense where Kyler Murray could have spread the ball, like he could spread the ball around willy nilly. DeAndre Hopkins is seeing two guys, and with the late addition of Zach Ertz, you still could. On top of that, DeAndre Hopkins got hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Christian Kirk has dealt with some nagging injuries here and there throughout his career. On the positive side for Jacksonville, this defensive tackle they drafted was the best run stopper available in free agency. Foley Fatsuwasi. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that even close to correct. But this guy should improve this defense and make them a better run defense as well. But yeah, the wide receiver stuff, the tight end stuff, and also I think based on what they've done in free agency, when our next mock draft comes out, I do not think they'll go offensive line. I think it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson or Kyle Hamilton or even potentially even kid from Cincinnati, Sauce Gardner could potentially be in run for the first overall pick. I think that's this free agency decisions they've made has shifted their focus because I think they've re-signing Cam Thompson on the franchise tag, bringing in Brandon Sheriff, you re-sign another offensive lineman who can play all over your front five. I think there's going to be a shift when it comes to Jacksonville. Their draft.
if they go corner at number one, like has that ever happened? Has a corner ever been drafted number one overall?
I don't know. I mean, it would be Kyle Hamilton would be the first safety, for sure, to go over number one overall. But I imagine it'll be Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau. Which one of those two guys I'd like better?
Okay.
My other loser is got to be
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We can't hear you right. Anyways, my other loser has got to be the Dallas Cowboys. Not only do you lose out on Randy Gregory, they let Connor Williams walk as well. And then you trade Amari Cooper, and I think it's great that you got something for him. But Michael Gallup is kind of a wild card. I mean, signed to a 5-year, $57 million deal coming off that ACL tear. I think there's some gamble there. There's some risk, even though obviously everything has gotten better. And losing Connor Williams, losing Randy Gregory, that's not good. It's not ideal.
What can
And
go
even
wrong will
even
go
signing
wrong.
Dalton Schultz to the franchise tag is a bit of a risk because I mean he's really only had a couple good seasons, and you're going to be paying him like as a top flight tight end. I'm not sure he's that. Bobby Schultz's cousin.
What can go wrong? What can go wrong will go wrong. Like only the Dallas Cowboys would tweet out, we re-signed DeMarcus Lawrence and we re-signed Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory's like, no, we're going to Denver. But I just read something that Von Miller has allegedly expressed interest in Dallas. I'm like, Von ain't going to Dallas. What's in it for him? Honestly, what's in it for him?
I mean, if you can bring a championship to the Denver Broncos, or to the Dallas Cowboys,
because here's the thing. Jerry made this mistake. The season before, right? Signing a bunch of old names because of their name, not because of the skill they have left, right? Von Miller is not the guy that you can ask for and get 30, 40 snaps out of him. He's not that dude anymore.
No, right? I think if you can get 20 out of him, that's a major home run again.
So what you really want is you're hoping that you can play Micah Parsons at literally just one spot. And you probably want Micah Parsons rushing the quarterback off the edge. All right, like that's what you want. That's where you want Micah Parsons. And Izzy, if you still trying to talk, we still can't hear you. No, we cannot hear you. We have not been able to hear you for like the past 5-10 minutes.
You're muted right now. Try now.
Still can't hear you. So Dallas is, you can blame Dak, you can blame Zeke all you want. All they did was sign the contract. You can blame them all you want. Like if I'm those two dudes, I'm not gonna turn down no money.
No, I mean of course not, especially not the running back where your shelf life of getting paid is extremely short. I'm gonna get my money when I can, especially at the running back. Don't hate on it at all.
Like I'm not like Cowboy fans. No, we can't. Like Cowboy fans can blame, like, damn it, this is Dak and Zeke's fault. No, all they did was sign the pen. I mean, all they did was sign the paper. Jerry was the one who offered the deal. So you want to be mad at somebody? Be mad at Jerry. That's how you do that stuff. So yeah, Dallas is a loser. You lose you lose Amari Cooper. You lose. You said Cedric Wilson.
Cedric
You
Wilson too. Yeah, Cedric Wilson's gone.
you
Connor
lost
Williams is gone.
Connor Williams. You lost. Well, Connor Williams was the scapegoat of the offensive line anyway. Every
Yeah,
time some
I know, but he was still a decent
yeah,
offensive line.
I,
Like
I, I
you don't
no,
want to lose guys like that.
I'm agreeing with you. But every time something went wrong, Connor Williams missed his block. Shut up, shut up. You sound stupid.
So let's move it on from there. How about favorite signing so far when it comes to the signing that you thought was your favorite so far? NFL
So
free.
I'm going Trubisky to Pittsburgh because he earned it. He deserves it. Give him another shot. And if he can't, if this signing flops, if he like goes to Pittsburgh and he sucks, then that's when you should. Then that's when everybody should be out on Trubisky because now he has he has a trump card. Right? Everybody is saying like all this stuff against like everybody's anti Matt Nagy right now. At first they were anti Trubisky, right? Trubisky's gone. Matt Nagy did what he did this past season, and now folks are questioning. Well, maybe it wasn't true. Maybe it was Nagy, right? So now this gives Trubisky an opportunity to shed that aspersion off of him and be like, I can play football. I always felt like Mitch could play football. The problem is, can you play football consistently? You can't go you can't go 1 week where you throw for 275, 300, and 2 or 3 touchdowns with no picks, and you have like 60 rushing yards. Follow that up with 15 for 45, 140, 2 picks, and like 30. Like you can't have that. You can't go. There you go. You can't go week to week like that. If you're Mr. Trubisky, that's his only issue. Playing consistent. He can play. It's just can't you play consistently?
So yeah, Izzy, we moved into our favorite signing of so far for free agency. You want to talk about your
Early.
loser?
Yeah. If I'm gonna go with a loser, definitely. Definitely, it's a little bit of the Green Bay Packers, just because of Christian Kirk situation. Him signing that deal kind of hurt us in a way with Devontae
True.
Adams. So, yeah, we're a little bit of a loser in that. And also,
Damn,
Seattle.
excuse me. I'm not laughing at you. I swear to God, I'm not laughing at you.
Shut up. And
I'm
then
not,
also,
no, Izzy. I got my phone open. I got my phone open right now.
whatever.
And Kyrie Irving got 51 right now through the third quarter, and I'm
Gosh,
not
drinking
laughing.
some good up there. And then
I'm
my
not
other
laughing at
loser,
you.
my other loser is gonna have to be the Seattle Seahawks signing Will Disley to that just stupid contract that they signed when they already got Noah Fant. I don't understand why you signed Will Disley to a
I do.
$3-year, $24 million contract when he
I do.
hasn't produced. When he hasn't
Yep.
even got over 300 yards. He's always injury prone, and I just don't know what you guys are doing in Seattle. So
I
quarterback
definitely
situation's
agree.
horrible. Nobody wants to go there. It's in shambles.
So back over to my favorite signings so far. I actually got two. I love this J.C. Jackson signing from the Chargers. I
Yeah.
just think the perfect player and team scenario. Like it's just 5 years, 82 million. You steal him from New England, who I'm shocked they let him walk. That's my favorite signing so far. Also, I love the Max Crosby contract extension. This is a guy who deserves the money he got. The guy worked hard. He put in the work. He wasn't a high draft pick. He wasn't a guy that was highly touted out of any when he came out of college. The dude has worked his ass off to get where he is now. Kudos to him. Good job for Max Crosby.
Max Crosby out of Eastern Michigan. Shout out to the Mac. Don't
Yeah,
sleep on the
Maction,
Mac.
baby.
Don't sleep on the Mac. We produce players, baby. Like we produce. Hey, Khalil Mack is a Mac player. Buffalo. Talk to him. Yeah, fourth round pick out of my
Antonio
fourth
Brown.
round pick.
Central,
Yeah, Central Michigan 6th round pick. And for a 4-year stretch, Antonio Brown was the best receiver in football. Yeah, I like the Max Crosby pick too. He has definitely turned into one of the premier edge rushers in football. It's unfair to him because the year you get him, you just so happen to trade away the guy who went all pro for you in two positions, and
I'm sure
that's
they still had both guys.
them some big shoes to fill,
Yeah, and he's done
right?
a pretty damn good job.
And he's and
Uh,
he and he's done a serviceable job of that. He has 25 sacks since being drafted by the Raiders, four forced fumbles, 12 pass deflections, which means he gets his hands up if he can't get to the quarterback. I like that. 142 total tackles, so the man has a nose for the ball. It's like, hey, that's a lot of tackles for a guy coming off the edge. 140, like total, 142 total tackles. That's like over the course of his career so far. That's a lot of tackles. Right?
Izzy,
That's a lot.
favorite signing so far?
A favorite signing. I got a couple. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got a couple. So J.C. Jackson's probably my number one signing. Favorite signing that I like. I think he just fits in perfectly with what Jacksonville's building there. My next favorite signing, I'd have to say, is well, I'd say two. But both of those guards that Cincinnati brought in, I believe Ted Karras, I believe is from. I believe he's from New England, if I'm not mistaken, or
Right.
Tampa Bay.
Right.
Yeah, New England. Yeah, and Alex Kappa.
And Alex
Tampa
Kappa was
Bay.
from Tampa.
Tampa Bay, yeah. So it's still in two decent guards to help out your interior line for Joe Burrow. That's pretty big as well.
And Ted Caracas actually could play all over the offensive line. Like he could literally play center. He could play guard. I don't know if he's necessarily can play tackle, but anywhere in the interior, he can play Ted Caracas.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good signing right there. And then I'd have to give this third one, Mitch Trubisky, man. Shout out to Mitch Trubisky, man. I think he's gonna revitalize his career out there in Pittsburgh. I think he has a shot at being a starting quarterback there, and hopefully, they'll be, Mike Tomlin will be able to do some things with him. But yeah, I like that signing.
Izzy, ain't no shot. It's his job to lose. What you mean?
Yeah. That's definitely his job to lose. Yeah.
Not every signing can be a slam dunk and a home run. How about on the other side of this coin? Least favorite signing so far throughout free agency.
For me, personally, it's gonna be Christian Kirk. I know that you got your money, young man, but dang, man, you done messed it up for my team, man. Now you done raised the bar. Devontae Adams feels disrespected that you, out of everybody, got paid that type of money, and he can't. If he signs that franchise tag, he gonna get less money than you, man. Nah, you're my least favorite signing of this free agency. Along with that Will Dissly signing, that was an abysmal signing by the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm staying in the tight end position. It's this Mo Alley Cox contract. What has Mo Alley Cox done to earn $8 million a season over 3 years, $24 million? That's $8 million a year. These are his stats. All right. So 2019, he had 8 catches for 93 yards. 2020, he had 31 catches for 39 yards, or for 394 yards and touchdowns. Last year, he regressed and had 44 catches for 316 yards and 4 touchdowns. Why would you pay him $8 million a year? It doesn't make any sense. Are you so worried about Mo Alley Cox going to free agency and going somewhere else? Let him walk away. I don't get it. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, the Colts are just losers in general. You let Carson Wentz walk. Deshaun Watson doesn't even want nothing to do with you. You don't know if you're going to be able to get Jimmy Garoppolo. If you get Jimmy Garoppolo, what is that doing for your franchise? They're just in shambles right now.
That contract makes 0 sense whatsoever.
Yeah, no, zero at all.
Yeah, the Colts are just down bad. They are just down bad right now.
There's nobody. They have nobody projected to be their starting quarterback. Like, who is it going to be?
Again,
Nobody.
You got a Jim Irsay who's mad at Frank Wright, who got mad at Carson Wentz, and Frank Wright is. If I'm Carson Wentz, like, bro, you only mad at me because the GM is mad at you, and you on the hot seat. When you can blame me all you want, for us losing the game, like for us not making the playoffs, right? The defense had a like it ain't like the offense. You know, the other team that we play it ain't like they scored and they kept the ball, right? Like defense ain't defense ain't making no stops either. All they had to do it was a couple of them games. They make one stop, game over, boom, that's it.
Yep.
Nip it in the bud, right? But y'all like the easy thing to do is blame Carson Wentz because that's the stigma. That's the fun thing right now. That's the shade that's on him. Since his last couple years in Philly, they just want to point the finger at Carson Wentz, say it's all his fault. But yeah, the Colts are just down bad. My least favorite signing is probably it's the two receivers in Jacksonville. Because what David asked about Mo Alley Cox and Indy, it's the same thing in Jacksonville. Like, bro, if I'm gonna make you the third highest paid receiver, you got to get at least 1,000 yards. You didn't even clip us. You didn't even, you was at 9 something. All right, you got to get at least 1,000. Zay Jones, I don't even know how many yards. David, how many yards did Zay Jones have last year?
So last season, he had this number. Wow, okay. How many yards do you think he had left?
I know he was. I know he was. What you call it? I know he was Carr's favorite target when Darren Waller went down.
So he this is I wonder. I almost have to double check. So he played in 16 games. He started 2 of them. He had 20 targets. He had 14 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. And that dude's about to get paid $8 million.
No, he didn't.
This is like Wikipedia. This number can't be right. I have to look up that number. Hold on. Let me go to Pro Football Reference. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So in 2020, those were his numbers in 2020. In 2021, he had 47 catches, 546 yards, and a touchdown.
That's not that bad. And the one touchdown he caught was the game winner, I think, against was it OT? Who did he catch that touchdown against? Because it was Madden.
I don't remember. But he was a bust Buffalo, and then he sort of has this his most. I don't $8 million for Zay Jones seems insane. I don't
It's 47.5. You're paying money to guys. What have they done to deserve these contracts that you gave them? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. That's my least favorite signing. I love the Brandon Scherf signing. That's actually one of my favorite signings by them. So them signing Brandon Scherf, Trubisky, and Pittsburgh, yeah, that's a favorite signing of mine.
And this never had a single 1,000 yards since he joined.
And this is what, day 2 of free agency?
Yeah.
So, we gotta do a 2.0 because.
Oh yeah, we will. We'll revisit this probably next week or even on Thursday. But tomorrow, since March Madness is underway, we're gonna take a quick look at the NBA bracket, kind of see how the NBA would shake out if the NBA playoffs were to start today, or actually tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that content. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us here when it comes to early free agency. I know we talked about Tom Brady, we talked about Devontae Adams. I'm David Huffman, right there, TJ Hopkins, and CEO of Prime Sports World, Mr. Israel Rivera. Gentlemen, what we do here at the Prime, my friends?
We bring the heat, ladies and gentlemen. Bring the heat.
Yes, we do, and it is super nice. It is super nice in Chicago right now. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, enjoy that weather because it's supposed to continue to be beautiful. I've been David. I will see you guys all tomorrow. You all have a good rest of your day.
Peace out. Drink responsibly, everybody.